Dire team ban. Navi's turn to ban. Dire team ban. Navi's turn to pick.
Welcome back, everybody, to WePlay game number 2 of the night. It is going to be Navi versus Power Rangers. I know it was a bit of a wait. Well, that's what happens when you have a 12.5-minute recall. So we're finally getting into our second series, Power Rangers versus Navi. I say series, of course, it is just a one-off game. Play matches are, well, it's 2 different groups in the European division, Europe West, Europe East. 8 different teams within the group, and it's a best-of-1 round robin. Top team will be going
10 seconds remaining.
finals. So, important match here.
5
Power
seconds
Rangers
remaining.
and Navi. I would say Power Rangers probably one of the tougher teams of the group, but I'm sure my co-caster
Reserve
has
time.
some thoughts on them, as I've got Rio Burrows who's good. Well, Rio, what do you think?
I think they need another player like Seneko on their team because he's the one going to be handling the Earth Spirit. I'm not saying that the other support can't do it as well, but Seneko does the Earth Spirit as well as the Oracle, and then both of these heroes are very prominent. So say they wanted to pick both of the new heroes in this patch, they can't necessarily do it because Seneko is a monster on both of those heroes, right? But speaking of which, we're going to see both of the heroes on opposite sides, and I don't think I've ever seen, a Zeus picked up so early here in at least a while here, but normally we see it combo with the Zeus Spectre early on. Zeus Oracle synergy.
Some of the CIS teams really like to pick up Zeus as a priority before like Death Prophet, before even Fear and stuff like that. It does seem to put a bit of pressure on the other CIS teams when it comes to the drafting, because the 3-4 ban is usually going to be heroes like Spectre. Probably going to be one of them, but we'll see Navi thing, as well as other heroes like Apparition. I've seen Furion still be run with his combination as well, but this is just a little bit from watching
5 seconds remaining.
watching so many of the Data Rocks and what was the other team we were casting? Tornado Rocks and
Pro
Dota.
I think, yeah. At general, I've watched him play 2 games now with Navi. He's probably played obviously more than that, but he's been playing relatively well so far in the team. In the off lane here, it seems like it'll work out now. Here, I want to see what they're going to pick up for him, because the last time I saw him on a Bat Rider, it kind of gets counter out by the Oracle here. Ether Lens helps tremendously when you get the False Promise Sun, so sometimes you don't even need to have, like, say, a Venge against the Bat Rider. Sometimes it's enough to have the Oracle as a countermeasure, but right now it looks like Navi is going to absolutely demolish this Zeus mid. I am so worried about Power Rangers feeding... This Zeus looks like it's about to go 0-4 right now if he doesn't get some help. So, Power Rangers, what are you going to do to sure that up?
Be one of those situations where Death Prophet just manhandles lane.
And as well as the Earth Spirit roaming. Like, it's not even...
Exactly.
Death Prophet takes a huge crap on Zeus by himself. Or by herself. And then if you add an Earth Spirit on top, I don't know how you survive. So what can Power Rangers pick here to help this lane? Maybe, I'm trying to think what could really help in this situation, but it's nothing really jumping out at me. Bounty Hunter is definitely too weak. Tusk roaming isn't going to be enough to really kill a Death Prophet. Bane potentially is the best thing I can think for Power Rangers. They don't lose. You can sleep the Prophet and run away. Also have the Brain Sept to trade blows. But we could maybe see a... No, I don't want to do Brood. Brood doesn't have good synergy with Zeus, so...
The Ancient Apparition
turn to pick.
got a little bit of synergy there, but also counterattacks the Death Prophet a bit. Wondering if Navi, starting with the Chen, Interesting. I was thinking about Faceless Void is one of the other heroes that I know General has played since he's been on Na'Vi. I think it's only been Batrider and Faceless Void, so maybe we'll see that. I mean, it's a pretty decent hero here. You like AoE disables when you're paired up with Death Prophet, and especially since she's range hero, if you get a range carry as well, there's really not much downsides. The Faceless Void like this.
5 seconds
Yep.
remaining.
Yep. This is a good setup for Na'Vi to pick this Void. I like it 100%.
Reserve time.
Not too many other things I could say that would be even more beneficial to them. Obviously, the Lone Druid and the Furion's been banned out. Furion would work nicely with Na'Vi's lineup. They could just off these heroes so effectively around the map right now. Zeus, so squishy, AA, all these heroes. So it's kind of curious to see Na'Vi banning that out, but at the same time, they get first pick on the other side if they picked as a Furion. No, that could be a counter pick. So
yeah, it could be.
Huh. Well, it has really good synergy with Power Rangers lineup too. Get the Zeus ulti. Oh yeah, AA ulti also allows you to have probably 3 purifying flames potentially. So get a lot of work done.
You know, I recently had a pub game where I picked up Faceless Void as our last pick, and I had like almost this exact combination. It was like Zeus, Ancient Apparition. We also had a Spectre. And to be perfectly honest, I just wanted to play Faceless Void, and I knew my matchup. I was like, I knew I'd be like 1-on-1 against a Juggernaut or something like that. It was something really weird, so I knew I could like win the matchup. And my team just flamed the shit out of me because we had a Spectre, right? And it doesn't combo well with Spectre at all, right? It just any melee hero is not going to do well with Faceless Void, most likely. But it does so well with Ancient Apparition and Zeus that it hardly matters, right? Especially the Ancient Apparition, because Faceless Void needs that little bit of extra nukes in order to get the kill solo. He's by himself and he jumps on someone with a sphere. Unless he had an amazing laning phase, he's very unlikely to get any solo kills. Unless the support is just like a super squishy one that can't stand it, or you get really lucky on bashes like that. So you always need that little bit of extra damage. So having global presence like Ancient Apparition or Zeus is perfect for Faceless.
Yeah, you don't go into the Mask of Madness anymore. You're not going to get those time locks as much as you once were. So you definitely need to shore it up by having some Zeus, Invoker, these type of heroes, global strategy. So Na'Vi, they need to think now. Okay, they still need a good offlaner. They really did want Faceless Void. Batrider is another hero here. They
General,
can set
what
up.
Can you play? And he's just
Batrider.
Like, I only play mid in pubs. Because that's what he is. He's a 7K mid player. So.
Yeah, he only spams it. He only spams it in pubs, mid too. When I'm on this team or against him, it's like, oh well.
Ever since he got picked up by Na'Vi, though, I see him. He's at least taking it seriously, but.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I've been demoted by Dindy. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah. I guess if you're a general, you're not really gonna be like, no, I won't play for Na'Vi unless I get it. You know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, time to learn something new. Play offlane.
I was kind of asked to maybe transition into the offlane, and I really didn't want to do it back then in the day. That was like 2-3 years ago, and I just didn't want to do it because back then it was so hard to get anything done in the offlane. In the situations where you would be like level 1 at 4 or 5 minutes in the game, very depressing. And I wasn't about that life, but
I think I was one of the pro casts, and they were talking about like you have to be a special kind of person to play professional. Like I think it was with Tumba Man. He was just like, yeah, all offlaners are crazy because you have to be a little crazy to professionally play a position that you just get like dumped on. That is just life, and that you chose.
You're like abuse. Basically, Cap's saying if you're a masochist, you are perfect for the offlane position.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're a masochist. Oh, okay. Well,
I'm talking about professional.
No. Wait, what? Veggie gaming is professional. What is it? Oh, a hobby. No, you're saving face here.
A hobbyist, man.
Hobby.
Gyrocopter for our last pick for Power Rangers. We can see the obvious synergy there. Good AoE. Good AoE hero to pair with the Chronosphere as well as a ranged hero, but it's the Na'Vi last pick that is a lot more interesting. I didn't really care too much about the Gyrocopter, but The Ursa Warrior is actually quite the counter versus
Void.
Gyrocopter.
I think it's more counter to Void in the lane. Like, I think the biggest hero against Faceless Void, yeah, okay, for sure. You just stack the Fury swipes on the hero and you can't do anything. I think, I don't know how many times you've run against an Ursa, Ursa versus Faceless Void, but yeah, you just get those Fury swipes stacked up. You also get the overpower. You can't man fight against the Faceless Void can't man fight against the Ursa, and he can win that one-on-one situation. I've seen it happen many a times.
Oh, but you're thinking this is actually going to be a one-on-one scenario? Because I just presumed, like, the scenario isn't, like, yeah, obviously he can win 1v1, but if it's like a 1v2 or 1v3 scenario, isn't it just kind of normal for Faceless Void? In fact, isn't it even okay for Faceless Void because the carry doesn't have a disable of his own?
No, I think it's so that the
30
Ursa will have
seconds to
like
battle.
25 CS, Faceless Void might have 10, and you're gonna have phase boots. You can chase down the Void pretty easily. Earth Spirit's gonna cause a lot of havoc in mid lane. Chen can go rotate anywhere. So in this 1v1 situation, Void might get the levels, but he will not get the farm. And I'm really curious to see how this matchup works because I've seen it twice already, and the Void gets completely crushed.
No, I
Every
see
time.
that now. I actually wasn't thinking about what the
The
supports
battle
were, but I guess
begins.
they're both.
You're gonna steal it!
No, he still managed to pick. Zara gets the bounty rune. Yeah, I guess both supports are roaming supports, really. Like, Sineko's a roaming hero, then Artstyle's a jungler, so I guess it really is a 1v1 scenario. Alright. Good call, Rio. Good call.
It's nothing, man. It's nothing.
Yeah, you're right, it is nothing. Oh, Zara's
see,
gonna
mid?
be immediately gone on. Danny's
Ah,
just gonna run
good
on
game.
forward. Oh my god. Bye-bye, Zara. That's gonna be first blood. Sineko is probably gonna go down in return, but it's still worth it. Very much so for Na'Vi. Dendy's gonna have a great start against a matchup that is already very favorable for him.
I mean, I'm just wondering how much the Zeus is going to feed this game. That's my biggest thing. I predicted 0-4, but that might be a little bit too generous. They already got first blood at 40 seconds in the game or something. So, and this is all he has to do too. What do they have? A Wildkin creep for art style. Very lucky. He has a smoke too. So this is probably the worst thing you can have is a mid hero without a blink. You don't have a puck. You don't have a quap here. You have a Death Prophet that can run at you. You have a Chen roaming around, and then as well as the Earth Spirit. Oh man.
Not looking great. It's not looking great. Power Rangers, they're gonna need to.
They're gonna beat us, General.
You know what they need? They need like level 2 Fate's Edict on Oracle, and he can go mid and protect Zara. But then I realized, oh wait, Spirit Siphon is pure damage, so he could protect versus Crypt Swarm, but most likely he's not going to be able to hit it before the Crypt Swarm hits, as well as the Rolling Boulder, because that's the initiating move anyway. So it's very likely Zara can still be just run down, even with the Oracle not being there.
I'm worried about this Chen getting so many levels too from stacking. I don't know if they're going to share with Sineko and Artstyle here, but I mean, you have like 2 creeps running at you too from the Zeus. The Fate's Edict's going to do absolutely nothing. They have no defensive support besides the Oracle, and he's more of defensive when he gets to like the level 6 with the False Promise. And the Fate's, like I said, Fate's Edict's not going to work at all against these creeps that are going to be coming in. So, well, the one good thing we could talk about is the Faceless Void does have 4 CS right now compared to the Ursa. So he's doing a really good time CSing down here for Cheshire Cat. Maybe he got a good block off because the Ursa did start in the river trying to steal off the creep. So that did give the Faceless Void a good time for the blocking here and good lane match. How was your day, Cap? What are you going to do after this? How long do you normally take naps for?
Hour napper, man.
Hour nap, so that's like a 4-hour
I go
nap.
deep in that napping game.
It's a 4-hour nap.
Yeah, I go like 3 hours.
Oh yeah. Same. That's how I used to do it when I would come home from school too. I would nap for like 3 or 4 hours, crash.
Right, so what do you think plan-wise? Does like Power Rangers just like suck it up for a while? Is that what happens in this laning phase? They're just like, well, guess we lose the laning. Because I'm looking at this and there's like nothing they can do.
Yeah, it's okay. It's gonna come to the situation where obviously Navi's gonna have this huge, massive lead. They're gonna have Roche control for practically the whole game. They're gonna have the tower control, and then Power Rangers are gonna be like, well, we're gonna have our big team fight ultis. We're gonna have our Chrono. We're gonna have our Zeus, and we're gonna be able to hold our high ground and come back from there. Like that's the only way I'm seeing Power Rangers winning this game is holding the high ground with their big ultis.
Then if they go, I mean, I guess late game they do, like past 45 minutes, Faceless Void is so strong with that Ags, it's good.
Yeah, if he gets Ags.
But if you just look at like the sheer damage power of, like they've got this great control, they have their combination, right? Chronosphere, Zeus outputting damage, Ancient Apparition, etc. But when it comes to, if they don't have that full setup, like Ursa and Death Prophet just destroy Gyrocopter when it comes to damage, especially since they're probably already going to be ahead. It feels like quite the draft loss for Power Rangers.
I agree. Completely right. You just blink on top of Gyro and he's dead. He's dead! You need a BKB to run away from an Ursa, or you need like a Manta style to really dodge out of the slow, because the biggest thing is the 55% slow coming in from Urshot afterwards. You're not moving, and then eventually Ursa's going to either build a Sheep Stick or an Abyssal Blade. Most of the cases, since the buff to Bash, you want to still go for the Abyssal if you're not hurting too much in the mana. And then you're going to have 2 Arcane Boots this game, in the Chin and the Earth Spirit, so I don't think Ursa needs to go for, this mana regen item into the Sheep. As well as, I don't know, I think they need a buff Sheep. That's a good item to talk about. I don't think Hex has, I think it's fallen off for the last 2 years, and it hasn't been picked up that much just because obviously the Glimmer Capes. Now you have the Lotus Orb. It's pretty cheap to kind of pick up here. It just dispels it completely. You obviously got Purge from the Diffusals. I don't know. Oh, you know what's actually really broken? A Purge Creep. That shit lasts for 5 seconds. I had that come mid to me one game. Oh my god.
Oh, did you get wrecked by that? Oh,
yes,
that's fantastic.
holy shit, dude.
We've been
That
talking
shit,
about
oh
it.
my
We've been
god.
talking about it in the Veggies chat. Oh, it's so great.
Oh my god, you would not believe how annoying a Purge Creep is.
Yeah. Purge Creep. Get Purge.
It's probably the most broken thing besides the Lightning Creep early on.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I've been playing more Enchantress. And Enchantress is a lot of fun just because you don't have to, get in micro game that Chen is on. So you got one other unit to control most of it. Not bad. And you get like the big Satyr creep or the lightning creep, and it's just like amazing. Enchantress just, what are you gonna do? You can't zone that hero out. Not when you're getting Satyr butt blasted constantly.
Trying to think of what is the best hero for dealing with Enchantress. I think Gyro and Ursa.
Gyro and Ursa.
Trying to figure out what else. It's pretty funny too how both of the heroes are in the game. So I mean it comes easy to mind just because they're here, but not too many other. Maybe Skywrath Mage is pretty decent, I think, but the heroes kind of fallen off.
I mean, if you're just looking at carries, it's mids. You have Lena, obviously, is great.
Oh, Lena for sure.
Zeus is pretty damn good. It's any hero that has. What I've found, if you're dealing with that, Hooded Defiance is actually Enchantress at that point. Ever since they got that shell, it's like, oh, Zeus is gonna cast Lightning Bolt on you, completely absorbed. Then everything else is mitigated. Great.
DDoS.
DDoS?
I kind of said that at the beginning of the pause, but I was hoping I was wrong. I think General is one of the people who does get DDoS sometimes. I'm trying to figure out who all the people are. I know Arise has some big problems. Who else was it? It's been a while since we've had pauses like this. Can't remember now. Damn it. I remember General though. I thought in one or two of his stand-in games that he would DC sometimes, but Bignum's gonna have to have a big game to say the least here on the Oracle. We saw last game how Arzeek was, like 9-0 or 10-0 at 10 minutes in the game. Game over pretty much from there. Gonna have to have you're not gonna see that stellar performance this game, but it does need to be up there if they want to win. This is like the support hero of this game that has to put in the most work for Power Rangers. You want to dissect the game even more, Cap? How are we gonna do that? All right, we can talk about the jungle. Let's look at the jungle.
Listen, Ryu, I don't want us to be the 90%. Good to go. So let's talk about mud golem creeps.
Oh jeez.
You want to break that down for us?
You just want me to talk because you're tired. You, Cap.
I mean,
Not just kidding.
I brought you.
Oh jeez. So useless.
What? You think I gotta practice my pause game for the majors? Is that it, Ryu? Because there ain't gonna be pauses. The world won't allow it. That's passive play.
No, they'll just play on and have it pre-recorded. All the bets. You're gonna have to message me so I can get the free bets in.
Sure.
You heard it here first, guys. Oh jeez. Oh well.
Go a little too deep.
Smuggle some. I thought you were gonna say some people at first. But it wasn't. I would be okay with drugs, but I thought you were gonna go somewhere else with it. Hey, drugs are okay. I thought you were gonna say smuggle slaves or something. All right. All right.
No. I'm going to make an analogy. Different period of time. Different.
It's too far back. I don't know.
What do you think about Illidan on Power Rangers?
Kind of a question mark for me. I
like Power Rangers. I think would be a pretty pretty set tier 3 team, and then they brought Illidan in, and I was like, okay. And I've watched some of their games since then, and it seems like okay, they can be kind of tier 2, but they're definitely not approaching the heights that Illidan reached on EP. That's for sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah, poor guy.
I
trying to find
Zara,
a new team.
I don't know what's going on. They're like trying out Zara or whatever, but he has not been impressing.
Well, I mean they're putting. Okay, you can't even blame the Zeus this game. If I was playing the Zeus,
not
like,
for this match.
You put me in this situation. What the am I supposed to do? You put a roaming ES plus a Chen and then a DP matchup. God.
Oh,
but yeah,
sorry.
I agree with you.
Last time we were watching, it was Shaq that was playing it. No.
Oh yeah, I remember Shaq.
I recall a time before. I don't know if they're like trying both of them out or something. But Zara, I watched him play well, and he was not impressive. But Shaq, I watched Shaq yesterday, and he played 2 different Zeus games. And granted, they were not great games, but he just there is bad matchups, and then there is allowing bad matchups to just ruin your game.
Right. Oh, bottom.
Did that just gonna time walk?
I thought he was like level 2, so he could silence, and then maybe with Earthshock, but no. And normally you even see Boulder. You didn't even see that. You see Boulder smash level 2, getting leveled up. Cheshire Cat doing a lot, getting a lot of damage done to him.
Oh,
This
General,
damage.
calm down there.
He's doing it, man. Now who needs to calm down here?
I like this. He's got the boots. He knows he has the advantage. He can stay ahead of the gyrocopter, and if he actually gets his level 2, yep, he's got J4. Dead. Wow.
Wrecked.
Illidan, I thought he was gonna really chase away the Bat Rider, because if he chased away the Bat Rider enough that Sticky Napalm is no longer there, then Ancient Apparition's okay, but he just allowed those stacks to go. Now Zara's gonna be caught, almost guaranteed to be dead here. Zardsdale comes across. We're talking about it. This lane is just not gonna be good for a Zeus. This is worse than just dealing with DP on its own. It's dealing with 2 other roamers. Bottom lane, Fisher Cat's just trying to get some damage on Snako. Nothing major. Just, if he gets a lucky time lock, and maybe he'll commit to the kill, but in the meantime, he knows he can always efficiently trade between Poor Man's Shield and time lock.
I'm just waiting for Snako to get his level 3 too, and then they're gonna have the silence online. Oh, they're gonna kick and cancel his salve too. That's not good for Cheshire Cat here.
And Patty's got to bring himself some extra.
Well, unless he gets a regen run. Steal it from Seneko.
Time is
Oh, who got it? Who got it? Faceless Void did. Seneko. Uh-oh.
Oh, what?
Oh, is it dead? He's dead.
I mean, still though, did it not look like Cheshire Cat was in front of him at one point?
Ah.
With that rolling boulder? It looked like to me Cheshire Cat was like right in front of him as the boulder was rolling forward, and then he rolled right past him. Because if he blocks the boulder, he gets the kill.
General here is gonna look like he might be taken down from Bignum. One more nuke. Oh. Jeff shared all the XP though. That's really good from Bignum here.
Yeah,
Oh.
Bignum's got nowhere to run to. Illidan even forfeits it. He's just like, nope, sorry, buddy. He tried running forward, and then he was like, no, you're screwed.
Ah, the good old perch creep. Q-Chin. This is giving me nightmares now.
Thanks, Perch.
Thanks, Perch.
What? 5 Fury swipes on him. Taking an extra 100 damage from Ursa Warrior's attack.
Oh my god. I like that clip. I never even noticed that showing that. The debuff, I normally never click on it. That's a the amount of damage.
Now we've reached that one-on-one stage where Cheshire Cat doesn't really stand much of a chance. Zara's going to go down again in the mid lane. Didn't notice Seneko had rotated over. Last half second. Meanwhile, Artstyle's going to smoke up with General, see if they can't get J4 again. They're not... I mean, technically they could kill Gyrocop. No, never mind, he's level 6. I was going to say, if it was just the Rocket Barrage damage, it would...
Oh, they use Call Down now.
General trying to bait him out a little bit. He's going to take a lot of Rocket Barrage damage, but now the turnaround, the Purge comes in. With those creeps, the Rocket Barrage won't even do very much damage. They've got him controlled up, and Illidan goes down. What a beautiful bait set up by Na'Vi.
Man, I can't even believe Illidan went for that, though, in general. He's, like, so far away. Oh. It's mind-blowing here, but this could be looking like last game, Cap. This is not looking too good, but the high ground is where it's at, Power Rangers, but if you're just going to get high ground by... Oh, man, Power Rangers, how you get back in this game? Huge chrono. Zeus level 6. Let's go, babies. They almost have their level 6 on their course here, as well as Illidan roaming here. So this is what they have to do. Put some pressure on Ditya here.
This end up working out for them. They've got level 6. They've got Gyrocopter sitting on the side. They know. They got vision at some point in time. They're going to throw it out. Ditcher Raw is going to be the target. They manage to hit the stun on the Cheshire Cat. Now the Rocket Barrage is going to be able to get a bit of damage, but Ditcher Raw is soaking it up expertly with that ultimate. And now they've silenced up Cheshire Cat as well. He may be a secondary kill. In fact, he will. No opportunity to even time walk away as that Spirit Siphon sucks his life away. 8-1 now as Na'Vi are just trashing Power Rangers. This is what I was kind of talking about, that Na'Vi with General on their team, they kind of seem to be back, but the only real performance is the fact that they're just trashing team. Zara's going to go down as well. Much hope for him. All he could really hope to do is enough damage to Seneko that maybe he could get the kill off the ultimate, but that's not even close. Cheshire Cat, well, he's got to bounce out before Dendi potentially hits a silence. Of course, we know Dendi doesn't have that silence yet, but you never know. Maybe a value level was picked up. Cheshire Cat's got to play very carefully around that.
I think the biggest thing, too, for that is they could have gotten the kill, but they really needed Zeus ulti, as well as they needed the Chronosphere to be placed in a little bit better position where the Gyrocopter didn't have to walk all the way around, and then he still got caught. So, needed to wait for the Gyro to be in a better position.
Kill, though. That's the second kill on the board, finally. Big Nut managed to get General with a full duration Fortune Send laid into the Rocket Barrage.
Oh, finally. Managed to kill General for playing really aggressive, but he's already accomplished a lot. He's already up to 1,300 gold here. He's going to be closing in on his Blink Dagger, and it's sad when your offlane Batrider has more CS than the Zeus of the mid. So you're doing really good. Cheshire Cat or Bignum could be in trouble here. Oh, General. Ooh.
Actually going to lasso up. His allies aren't there yet, but they do have the TP coming in. Bignum's going to be able to save Illidan's life, it looks like. Seneko's hoping to be able to get the charge in. Actually managed to hit the stun as he falls on in. That's a beautiful play. Silences up Bignum as well. Illidan's going to be run down, and now Bignum's got no defense. He does have J4 sitting in the side, but what can an Ancient Apparition do at level 4? The answer is absolutely nothing. Ditchira, in the meanwhile, did run down a Zeus all the way back in that tier 2 area. picked up his Blink Dagger not so long ago.
No,
Oh,
J4!
And then it goes snag them with the boulder before the TP completes. That is almost a team wipe. By 9 minutes in, only Cheshire Cat, who I have to say, watching Power Rangers lately, he does seem to be the shining star of the team. He's actually the one doing the best team, even outperforming Illidan.
Yeah, they just are picked into the corner where they can only do so much. It has to be on this Chrono once again. They finally have the Zeus ulti. AA Blast is not online. Need to get a very good position Chrono this time to really get it or get the kill, but it's not going to be happening here. Did y'all got the blink too? So I mean, he can just dodge Kronos. If that happens, it's pretty much, you know, you're gonna lose like tier 1s, tier 2s, and even Roche. You have to make this first Chrono or second Chrono now work really effectively, because that's all you have. That's all you have for Power Rangers right now. Kind of reminded me of the old days, Cap, where you have Tide Ravage, and then that's all you have for the next, 2 minutes, because it's such a long cooldown. And if you don't get anything done, it just looks like you lose so much of the game or so much of the map control that from there on. Sorry, guys.
Times. But yeah, Na'Vi have been doing great. They against like some of these like I would love to see this Na'Vi and the way they're playing. They're not there yet. Like I'm sure they would lose to like a Team Liquid or something like that. And I'm not even sure if they'd be able to take a game off them or not. But I would love to see, like, after the majors and everything else, and Na'Vi, this lineup gets a bit more time to play and practice and figure out their playstyle and such. I would love to see this lineup playing against some tier 1 teams. The way that they're trashing, even like some good teams. Like they took out, they recently like 2-0 Team Spirit, I think.
Right.
They beat Vega Squadron pretty handedly as well. That was another 2-0.
It's so nice watching all these up-and-coming teams. I mean, Vega was kind of like in the situation where we thought, hey, their breakout performance at ESL would be something. And then all of a sudden, now it's just Team Spirit coming online. J4 looks like he'll be killed here. Net,
Purge, double Satyr Blast. Yeah. I'll pick up hill pretty easy. Cat, not much you can do about that.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job, like you said, just kind of trashing the tier 2, tier 3 teams, and it would be nice. I'm really hoping Empire comes back. They've been, having some roster issues. Savos been looking pretty decent on their team too. I hope Illidan finds a team, like you said, too. I don't know if it's going to be Power Rangers, but I think this game is just kind of down to, the drafting, so take a look at it.
Early Roshan for Na'Vi. Hit up the Ursa, and you can do it so much faster with Beam Orb and Mask build. J4 is going to reveal, but it's a bit too late. The ultimate pop, Ditchirod's going to take it, Alexis, your cat. Hitting Chronos here at the right time. No, Sineko! The one glimmer of hope that Cheshire Cat and the rest of Power Rangers might have had was taking Roshan away from Na'Vi, or at the very least the Aegis. That stun silence combo stops that, and it cracks, and Power Rangers are once again left in a pretty much unwinnable scenario, at least for the foreseeable future. The next 10 to 15 minutes, their lives are going to be run and dictated by Na'Vi's push.
Oh no, not the sex! No!
Oh,
Oh, he literally just got his blink. Now he has 1,000
Oh
gold.
god, Earth Spirit almost has higher net worth than Gyrocopter.
Well, they're going for the defense mid.
The ult gets laid out. The combination, they can burst these zeros. The Chrono Sphere is going to be able to set up at least 2 kills here. As Denny comes back down, the Zeus is going to be able to finish him off. Illidan, he's outputting a lot.
Is he going to live?
But he's probably going to be dying here. General puts himself in front of him, and yep, there goes the Gyrocopter. General is pretty far forward, though. They do barely have enough mana on Zara for him to finish off that hero. A 2-for-3 exchange, very favorable for Power Rangers, especially considering how far behind they were. 12,000 gold by 12 minutes, but get their wombo combo, and they show that Na'Vi is not going to be able to just roll over them freely.
Yeah, 2 for 3 trade and it was a 3,000 gold swing. Oh my goodness.
Well, I didn't click on the time, so.
Got you. I got you, bro. That's what I'm here for.
Nice.
That's
Nice.
all I'm good for.
Fight recap.
Yeah, I can click buttons.
I don't think Shanghai.
I mean, you just play Faces Void and you click R and you think you're good, so.
Then Nico's got 700 HP, but it might be enough to get a pick off on somebody.
Illidan, they got the kick.
Oh! That was on point for Illidan, but he kind of juked upwards. So pulling the boulder back. Forced to TP away. General's hoping to find a pick off somewhere. He's got his Blink Dagger. Sees the bottom lane. Cheshire Cat is there, but doesn't have enough damage unless Ditchy Raw is there. Fortunately, the double blinks will allow them to get the kill.
Smashed at the end. I guess you could say the one good thing coming out from Power Rangers is that huge team fight. It got a lot of levels for the Zeus. He's level 9, and then now he has the Aetherland, so he can really stay in the back. Hopefully, he won't be picked off by these Blink Daggers that we just saw being unveiled onto poor Cheshire Cat. But yeah, they're gonna need another good team fight like that. They have to blow up Dindy. That was a great scenario where it was Dindy as well as Artstyle in there, so he couldn't send him back. They didn't have the mech or the Hand of God because of the AA blast on top. So, well, General really far forward.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, it's script.
General's gonna get picked. And it's definitely one. Are they gonna get anything else? No, the rest of Navi are gonna be able to get out in a full-out retreat, but still, that was. I mean, they're controlling the map so damn well. There's no reason that they should be caught in these scenarios. They could just as easily have a 5-man group up. Dendy pushes down a tower with Exorcism. If he's quick on his fingers, he can always Yule Scepter and before the Chronosphere hits, and that'll buy him some time, and then they can send it back with Chen, potentially. And at that point in time, that's your full initiation.
Yeah, just as long as Chen isn't in the Chronos, sure, I think it's going to be good. As well as Seneko, he's going to have the huge boulder smashes. And, you know, once he gets the Ags online, I'm very scared. But he's not even going to go for that. He's going for the Glimmer Cape. This is just such a heads-up play. Oh, Chrono!
Oh, the Chronosphere managed to snatch Dendy there on the tail edge, and they will be able to burst him. It looks like Illidan's going to be able to come in. They have the damage necessary. Maybe they don't. Dendy's sucking it up. No, Zara finally gets the last lightning bolt, but still looking bad for Power Rangers, who are going to be forced out. Ditchy Raw just here for the cleanup now, as he's going to be able to get J4 as well. Triple kill for him. Cheshire Cat's the only surviving member of Power Rangers.
Yeah, that could have went so much worse for Power Rangers if Seneko had hit his boulder smash. They were all lined up, 2 supports, but he didn't manage to hit the stun. But he had a great magnetize during that team fight, causing a lot of damage. They did take the DP down, so they're doing the right things. And I'm really surprised Power Rangers are getting the kill on Dindy every single time, but they're doing an amazing job right now, and they just need to keep it up. Always go for the DP first, and you also have to be very wary of art styles we've been talking about, just for the Sinbacks, the mech, and they've been on point with the AA blast. So this synergy so far has been working out. The problem is, what is going to happen when Navi start getting BKBs? And they get them off in time. Then your whole lineup from Power Rangers is completely null and void.
He only needs another 1,200 gold or so to have his BKB. Do we have Artstyle beginning to build that Aghanim Scepter?
There we go. There's the... He's got a Basher already.
Basher, yeah.
Oh yeah. The thing is, I sort of like these plays, and at the same time I don't. They know that Ursa, he needs to have a BKB this game so he can be on the front lines. But at the same time, if he has the Aegis online, he can easily, you know, soak up all the damage too, and then come back to life with it. So he can make these aggressive items in the Skull Basher here. So I like it in one way, but he doesn't have that safety net right now. But they do have the map control, so maybe they can get the next Roshan pretty easily. We'll have to see what Power Rangers want to do.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Navi.
Dire's bottom tower.
They are
is
going to
under
be looking
attack.
to push down this tier 2, I believe. I mean, they should be trying to get as much control over the
Dire's
Roshan pit
bottom
as
tower
possible
is
right
under
now.
attack.
I agree. And they can just send the trend creeps top if they
Radiant's
really
middle
want
tower
to
is
and
under
split from
attack.
art style. Really surprised he hasn't started doing that yet. Yeah, General's doing a good job here, coming mid now. And it looks like he's going to be picking up an Ether Lens or a... No Lotus Orb or Lincoln's is going to really be that good, so... On General here. He's got a Ring of Health, so...
Oh, I've seen Lens is not bad.
Yeah, it's definitely good, I think, with the Flaming Lasso.
That's just
Yeah,
like,
that's
that's the entirely thing. Is like, Lasso is like in melee range and hard to actually catch someone. So I've seen a couple of Batrider Lens. I'm not sure if the gold investment is really worth the extra bit of range. The quality of life is essentially what it kind of feels like. Upgrade on a Batrider, but seen it before. Maybe we'll see it again.
I just don't think there's anything else that you can really get unless you're getting a pipe, which that Rider getting a pipe seems pretty silly.
Yeah,
But yeah, if they had a pipe on their team right now, it'd be working out pretty good for all the negative damage. I think Arstyle could have maybe gotten it instead of the Ags, but since he's building into it, he's obviously going to complete it first. But
it does allow Batrider to be really obnoxious with his once he makes that initiation, his continued impact is usually he either dies as he like initiates or you just continue to sticky napalm. That is the other thing about Ether. Range increase for sticky napalm, as well as flame break, but I feel like the sticky is very obnoxious to fight around because of how far back you can sit.
yeah, just hovering over the cast range of the Flaming Lasso now, it's pretty nice. It looks like a Pudge is dismember now with these ones. Oh, here, big clash here.
Yeah, Storm already coming out from Sineko, as well as the Silence on Cheshire Cat. Really good response so far. The Lasso as well. They're trying to control up Cheshire Cat, burst him down, but the rest of the team is actually not going to be able to get there in time to pop him immediately. They do catch him on the end. I was wondering where like the rest of the team was going. Power Rangers were backing out. Navi wasn't there to jump on Cheshire Cat immediately. I felt like I was missing something in that team fight, but that's not the worst thing in the world for Power Rangers, just because Exorcism was used, and they're not going to be able to use that Exorcism to take the tier 2 tower. Maybe they can right-click down the tower just fine, but
I think this is really good for Power Rangers. Like you said, there's no BKB. Then he was forced to use it. Didn't really find anybody else to go on. Only one loss there for all those big ultis and huge cooldowns. I would be happy if I was Power Rangers in that situation.
Yeah, we'll basically confirm whether or not that was worth it with this next fight that Power Rangers are going to try and force. Unfortunately, they didn't get it. General, he gets the ward. Power Rangers do not chance to force the fight. That was the big opportunity. Navi knew it too. Played pretty defensively and backed out at the right time. But Power Rangers knew that with the Exorcism down and the Void being able to be back up in time and could have TP'd into that fight if it did happen right in front of the tier 2 tower, would have been the most ideal scenario for them in the next 2 or 3 minutes. Now they're going to have to fight around Roshan, but it's going to be tough to actually engage in because Navi can sneak it so damn well with that Ursa.
Yeah, that's the one big critical mistake from Power Rangers lineup. They cannot do Roach fast, and so they're forced to fight all the time, where Navi can just do whatever they want. Oh, Cheshire Cat might be able to. They know it.
We.
Do they have a gem? Wait.
General has one.
Somebody picked it up. It was General.
A lot of pings back and forth. Both teams know that they're right on the precipice of war breaking out.
Yeah, I'm just like holding my breath.
Happening just. Still Navi maintaining about a 12 to 13,000 gold lead, but that is a very good sign for Power Rangers. Just because the fact that a 12,000 gold lead by 12 minutes is absurd, and I don't think I've ever seen a team come back from that. So the fact that they're kind of holding right now is a good sign. But again, Roshan is going to be the next attempt by Navi. If they get that in their hands, they're very likely to go uphill. Looks like they're going to try and catch something here. Digiraw. Link forward aggressively somewhere. We know he's unlikely to get anything out of this. But they probably just chase him away and do Roshan for them.
Attack.
Yeah, they might want to wait for Firefly to come back from General. It's always nice to have a Bat Rider on your side so that you can easily scout out. The one bad thing is that it is still nighttime. So, once again, this is the third smoke now from Power Rangers. This has to work out.
Are Na'Vi just kind of like baiting out all of these smokes? Because they're playing so defensively, like they're not actually trying to do Roshan, but every single time one of these scenarios, Power Rangers...
General!
Oh, the Zeus ultimate goes off and he managed to wrinkle himself away.
Oh, 3-man chrono!
3, Artstyle's gonna run into it too as well. Ice Blast comes in, hits on 2. They've already taken out the Death Prophet. They'll get Taneko as well. Digiraw will clean up the Cheshire Cat Faceless Void, but he's gonna go down as well. General futilely tries to come in and grab Zara, but Bignum cancels that ultimate. He bumps back a few of them, but he's gonna go down as well. That's the gem on top of everything else. Pick up the gem, Power Rangers, because you just got yourselves one hell of a team fight.
Oh my goodness. That was set up without even a blink dagger on Faceless Void. You know it's looking bad when your face is... Man, like you said, Cheshire Cat is the shining star on this team, and them scouting out General there at the perfect time and blowing up Dindy before he pops his BKB, that was brutal to watch. So, kind of on Dindy, not casting the BKB in time. Maybe he wasn't ready for the Faceless Void, and then all of them getting grouped up. Once again, Power Rangers, huge plays right now.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen and how the meek have just toppled everybody. Remember we were talking about? Illidan is almost being surpassed by Earth Spirit. Now Earth Spirit, bottom of the barrel, and Illidan is top of the board. What an absurd change.
But it's still kind of funny watching the next 4 though, right? Illidan is...
It's still definitely in the favor of Na'Vi, but we now have ourselves a ball game, essentially. Before, it was looking like a walkover, but Power Rangers, they got the 2 different fights that they desperately needed.
Yeah, it's absurd how much they've been able to accomplish being so far behind. I mean, we both thought that they weren't going to have enough to really come back into this game just because of how much Na'Vi could do, but they've hit every single ulti perfectly, and you have to synergize everything. Like, the AA and the Void, if any of those 2 is off, and you're not catching the Chen as we've been talking about, and the DP, then you're pretty much screwed in the team fights. But they've done it time and time again in the last 2-3 team fights. It's just so amazing to watch right now.
23 to 13, that 12 to 13k advantage that Na'Vi had for so long has now been chipped away to 8k. They do still have some very big upgrades that just came in. The Aghanims picked up by Chen means that we have the big health increase for everybody with this ancient granite golem. He's also got a black dragon with him as well.
Alright, well, I was complaining about the smokes. I wanted to check them out. They only have 1 on the side of Power Rangers for the next... How long is that? 8 minutes, so I'm going to have to use that one wisely. They did burn through a lot just then to get that, but Na'Vi...
But they've got the gem, right? Like,
right.
The gem is kind of like a pseudo-smoke in a way, that if you clear through the map and you know that they don't have vision in certain areas, you can still operate with the same almost kind of efficiency that a smoke offers.
Oh, YouTube.
Yeah. Snagged out, but Bignum with the rapid response there.
Ulti wasted. They have to go Roche now. They have to. They just wasted DP ulti.
Right.
If Cheshire Cat misses his ulti now with a blink dagger.
Oh God, what a comeback this could be if Power Rangers actually smoke up for this one. They jump inside the pit. It doesn't look like it's going to be fast enough. Roshan's definitely going to be taking his time. They might be able to still catch something, though. General has already been locked down. They managed to get the Fortune's End on top of him. He pushes back a lot of these heroes, but Na'Vi start moving forward. They've got Denny with the BKB. Golden Chronosphere, but it might just work. Denny's almost going down here. Digiraw enters the fray with it. He loses his life, but Denny still has that Ice Blast on top of him. They're trying to lock down Cheshire Cat, but they can't quite get to him. He jumps over, manages to get Taneko. General comes back into the fight. Digiraw chasing down Illidan will be able to get him at least. Cheshire Cat jumps himself away, but he's stuck. He has nowhere to be able to run to. General runs him down eventually, and Power Rangers do lose the engagement wholeheartedly. The only one that's still alive is the Zeus. Man, if only that Chronosphere had actually caught something there. Maybe Power Rangers could have actually won or at least traded the engagement a bit more evenly, but Na'Vi get the fight that they need to push uphill.
Pretty simple fact. You hit Chrono, you win game. You miss it, you lose. At the same time, if they, like you said, one hero. If they just caught Dindy right there, he dies. They completely win that team fight, no matter what. It's just very depressing to see. Ooh, General. Yeah, get him, boy.
Oh, the Etherline.
Congrats.
It works. Not Zara. Tier 3
Thanks.
tower down. Immediate buyback, but they will not have Chronosphere in time. Still another 30 seconds. I'm not sure if they could actually really... I guess they can. Time dilation. Bounce back by Cheshire Cat. And Range Rex. Save the Range Rex. It's not going to happen.
Not against support.
I mean,
the
what
big
can you
ancient.
do? You've got like no real good right clickers.
Illidan's the only hope for that situation, and even then, you would need an Arc Warden in that situation to get the 100% miss chance on the building. It's the only solution, or maybe tree armor. But
there's the pipe that you were talking about earlier. Maybe it could be on Batrider, but it would be a silly pickup. Still, though, it was an item that was kind of needed against Power Rangers with Ancient Apparition and Zeus on the team, and Chen is up.
It's good to see that Arcel is getting so much farm everywhere on the map. He has 98 CS. That's like 5th right now. Well, 4th. I can't count apparently, or 5th. It's hard counting Kiev.
Yeah, it was 5th. I'm not sure why you doubted yourself.
It's because it's 4th on his team, right? So I was just like, oh, wait, but there's still Illidan. So, hey, are they gonna go for this? Gesture Cat?
Almost got the MK. They're kind of trying to bait out Illidan. You could see why. I mean, with the Oracle there, and then the counter initiation from Cheshire Cat.
You know, I knew he was gonna start
They're
missing.
in a bad position though. Big Up's gonna be caught.
Silence.
Cheshire Cat is ready to go with the Chronosphere at some point in time, but they've already lost 2 of their supports, and it looks like this is just full-out retreat. But no, they're actually getting caught here. Illidan, no, he's back twice in a row. He goes down, easily torn apart by that exorcism. Cheshire Cat, not sure when he showed himself or why, but now he may be
I had a
going down
gem.
as well. Stunned up. There he goes. 4 heroes down, and Na'Vi went from heroes, zeros, back to heroes again. They're going to take their second lane of racks, and it seems unlikely the Power Rangers will be able to come back into this game anymore.
Yeah, it's really sad to see. I thought the Power Rangers were going to do the impossible this game with, hitting time and time again a good Chronosphere, but it didn't happen. Like you said, it was just the gem. The gem from the General scouted out. Didn't get a good Chronosphere. The silence from DP pretty much screwing over any plans wanted to have from the Faceless Void. And oh man, I thought this was going to be a dream come true, Cap.
Probably could have been one of the biggest, if not the biggest, comebacks in professional Dota, but unfortunately it's not going to be the case. To clarify that, it's only because I've never seen a team lose with the 10x10, 15x15. It's
right.
Absurdly large. Like, sure, there have been bigger.
It's so fast.
Like, yeah, the team is down 40,000 gold. Oh, Illidan's gonna be saved by the Oracle. Ultimate pops the BKB, turns things around. Seneko is definitely gonna be going down here. But can they catch more? They certainly can. Chronosphere is gonna be able to lock down 2. They've got the Ice Blast over the top. Looks like Dendy's definitely going down, and Ditcher Raw Beautifully tried to TP out, or maybe not so beautifully. Oh, he gets back. Never mind. He goes down as well. 2 lanes are racked down, but Power Rangers are in full-on scramble mode. They've lost 2 lanes of racks. They've got to push out the lanes, and they've got to do it fast.
Man, trade in Illidan for a tiny right now. Go, go. This is... Oh, they just don't have the pushing power right now. And General can just do a lot of, stalling tactics here with the Firefly, Flame Break. He has buyback too, so him playing like this is really good play right now. And oh man,
seems like almost the best they can hope for at this point is like tier 2, and that's it. Just because they lack so much damage.
They lack so much lockdown too.
Yeah.
I mean, the Batrider can just be up in their faces like nah 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 nah. They can't do anything about it because the only stuns is the Faceless Void Chrono.
Meanwhile, back at base, the Gen Creeps are going to work on the tier 4 tower. The bottom lane pushing in as well. They won't even be able to get tier 2. So they're actually going to lose their tier 4 for that. Is it worth it?
Radiant's
I mean, that's the
middle
only
tower
play they
is
can
under
make, though.
attack.
So
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
you have to put at least the glyph on cooldown, which they did do a good job on that. But still, Na'Vi they can just stall out the map now. Wait for it. Wait for the next Roshan if they want to. Do they have any smokes on the side of Power Rangers? I mean, one. Yeah, they have 1 in 1 minute, and I think they're gonna need at least 2 or 3 good smoke ganks to really come back into this game. Dream is never dead until it's finally dead. AA is dead. Maybe? No Firefly.
No. Firefly, Flame Break will bounce him back, but his team is on the way. He still has a Ghost Scepter if he wants to dodge some of these right clicks. It'll amp up the Flame Break damage, but that's okay.
He's got 6 urn charges. Easy. He foreseen this predicament.
Quicker than I look.
What's Chen getting? Is he getting BKB or is he getting Halberd? Or am I high?
Going Sage and Yasha, bros. The DPS and Chin. No, it should be. I like the idea of a
Dragonlance.
That'd be pretty funny.
I honestly.
I don't know. Maybe it is a BKB. In the situation where you can get a halberd, it doesn't seem that great against Power Rangers, Magic Burst lineup.
Yeah.
So BKB just seems the most logical route. Do you like saying route or route?
Context.
Mm.
Route the enemy, but you take a route.
Yep, I agree. Smart man.
MKB Illidan, I almost feel like they should have got into a Divine Rapier. One of those
Same.
do or die scenarios. Cat's gonna get his initiation onto Dendi. They're gonna try and blow him up with the Ice Splash, but Ditchiraz right on top of 3 different heroes. He's gonna be able to get one instantly. He's gonna for Zara as well. We'll be able to claim him. Batrider coming in, holding in. Big Num will make sure that there's no good ultimate. He has to use that on himself, and he's still gonna die here. Illidan's left with just no real good target. They'll be able to get the Ursa. The rest of the team from Na'Vi is on the other side of the fountain, and they'll be able to back out.
Man, they're just... Oh, well, at least they did get one buyback from Zara. He didn't need to use it there, but feeling very pressured in that situation, high tense moment. That could cost him though. Zeus not getting that much item progression, but he has all what he needs right now. Veil plus the Ether Lens Blink to really go around in the team fights. They just need to find a way to, I want to say, kill the AA once they go in. It seems like the biggest thing hindering them from this situation, right? If you can get the chin heal off plus the mech, they'll have enough, I think, sustain to keep the DP alive. So maybe if Na'Vi can initiate first with the General and kill the AA, I think that's the primary target, and then Na'Vi won't be losing the team fights as hard anymore. Oh, General, getting a refresher here. He still doesn't have a BKB. I'm not saying it's bad yet. Ags on Batrider?
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I haven't seen it work out at all, and I've seen it 5 times.
Works either.
I feel like it's not correct in the range indicator, right? It feels like it has to be right on top of somebody, and it doesn't work as, say, the original Flaming Lasso range right now, right? If you hover over it, that's how big it is, so shouldn't it be that close for the next target too? I don't know. Like you say, weird range finder.
Does Ether Lens work with Ags on the extra lasso? Tweet at us at Dota Capitalist at Rio Burrows Dota. Don't know how to say Rio Burrows, well, neither does anybody else. Just type in some random letters and I'm sure you'll find somebody with an equal number of Twitter followers. Hey!
I didn't want to talk because it was about to be a team fight, so I let you have that slight burn there.
See that? Hey, you gotta sneak those. That's the art. Play-by-play casting. You gotta sneak it in right before the team fight so they can't say anything.
You're a dick. I know. I couldn't say anything.
You just roll right into the action too. But unfortunately for me, there was no action to be had. Power Rangers got a backup. Left with their defense of the top lane, which we saw was taken by the Chen. Tier 3 tower gone. And Dendy. Potentially the last screen. Chronosphere's gonna come in. Ice Blast Fisher Cannon was being blown up.
Oh, no, he doesn't walk in.
Up, but Dendy, he's not taking that much damage. They don't have enough physical damage to be able to threaten him. They got off the ultimate from Big Nump, but Illidan's still gonna go down eventually. General now coming in with a refresher. He's got one. Zara dragging it back. Gets J4 as well. Hoping to be able to bounce back. Cheshire Cat to claim his death as well. General claims it all. Dinshirwa with the double kill. And that is the end of this matchup between Power Rangers and Na'Vi. Na'Vi continue their flawless victories, it seems, with General on the team.
Yeah, they finally got the BKB off in DP, and Illidan walked into the Chronos because he wasn't in close enough attack range. But yeah, it would turn into a stomp like we thought it would be from last game. It was like a 15-minute game, which could have been the case here. Turned into a really exciting game where